As I said, the forum people going about the batteries being flat and blaming the batteries for everything.
Always do. The most commonest thing is the actual module.
Which is two parts. There's the pump bit and there's the electrical bit.
It'll be pump motor circuit fault. I think the fault will come up, which is in the module, but there's a 2-pin wire that goes to the pump.
And that means getting a new module bit.
Yeah, it's just, well, you haven't got to get a new one. You can take them off, send them off to BBA Reman, and they recondition them.
Does that take long to do?
It's usually a couple of days turnaround.
Right, okay. And you know those guys, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, we've used them. Oh, just go to the doors. Hey, go to the doors.
So is this Jag software, is it?
Yeah. The only problem with these early ones, it never reads the chassis numbers.
On that motor?
No. Dad, before you go, just read this a sec.
SIJ.
Oh no, hang on, it's still trying to read it.
Too early.
Are you two related?
Yeah, it's me dad.
Ah, right, okay. So has he been doing this a while?
He's been working on Jag since he was 18 and he's 67.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, probably the chassis.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lovely car. Had it a few years. It's a day car.
SIJ.
JJ.
Yeah.
GAD.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's been working on Jag since he was 18 and he's 67. I've been here since I left school nearly 17 years ago now.
Right, okay. And do you specialise in any period, any age or anything?
No.
Yeah.
The newer stuff, like more like the XK's S types, is me. But these and earlier is more him.
Right. I've got a 140.
That'll be him.
That's the man, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
We don't need this, do we? For
No. It's not letting me in for some reason.
Is it having trouble?
Yeah.
So what, will it give us a code or a?
Not letting me in. It's not letting me in.
Stolen car, James?
Yeah.
Stolen car?
Yeah, it's a ringer. I'll call the police.
Right, if that one's not working, let me get
Right,
the other
we'll
one.
pick this up in a minute. So
No, the other bit.
Oh, the pump bit, that piece.
That's the pump. That bit's the module.
Right.
So you're going to try some different software now?
Yeah. The only problem with updating, every time you get an update, it always seems to delete something out of it. It's not very often we change the sensors on the wheels.
But will this differentiate? It'll tell us whether it's a wheel sensor, will it? Or yeah. And can you always trust what it tells you, or is it sometimes something else?
I know it sounds daft. It's all you can do, really.
Yeah. I mean, how often do you change a part and then you're still getting the same fault though? Is that? It happens, I guess, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything happening?
Just trying to read it now. Diagnostic. Ideas. Trouble codes.
And you buy this
Yeah.
kit? Oh god, sorry.
Pump circuit motor fault.
Where does it say? Oh, this here.
Yeah.
Is it going to see that? Let me just focus on it. Okay. Which is that gubbins under the bonnet there, is it?
Yeah, it'll be the module itself.
And that's for the stability control and the traction control.
Yeah,
it's all the same thing.
It's all linked in together.
Yeah. Tell me, there's also, I've got another amber wheel light, which is a gearbox overheating thing.
That could be a temperature sensor on the gearbox.
Does that come up on that?
I can check it, yeah. Transmission.
Do you have much fun with these gearboxes?
We don't do Pen Autos is the best place.
I've had it twice rebuilt. They've taken out the...
Yeah, transmission fluid temperature sensor fault.
So it's a temperature fault.
Yeah.
So that's a new set. So
Yeah, it needs a temperature sensor.
can you get one of those? Yeah.
I'll have to see if they're still available. Right, so I've erased the code and they haven't come back for the temperature sensor.
Yeah, the gearbox. It's such a nice car. The gearbox is the biggest problem I've had with the car. Twice it's been taken out. They've taken that drum clutch out, that big colander
Yeah.
thing out.
The
They put the ZF1 back in. It was a fault and it broke straight away. It cracked. So ZF, this is true. So it's well. So I had it taken out again. They put another one in, and now the problem is it knocks. It slips gears and knocks.
So which bit is it that's...
this bit.
So
The bit with all the pipe... Is that,
No.
Just this back
This
bit?
bolts off.
All right, okay. And what's in there?
That's the actual ECU for the ABS.
It's that ABS control unit module. That's it, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the bit at the front.
No, that's the pump. That is. That
Yeah.
bit with the silver is the pump. This plastic black
Oh, I
is the
see.
module. It's got 4 bolts on it.
So you take it off, you send it away, they recondition it, you
Yeah.
put it back again. That's what happens here.
Yeah.
Is it worth just buying one, or is it cheaper to...
To be honest, with the programming and this and that, it's worth. I think it's about 200, 220 or something to get them repaired, and you get, I think it's a 3-year warranty with them, where you could put a second-hand one on. Come back
Yeah.
up next week.
Or buy a new one though.
You can, but they'll probably be a lot of money,
I thought that.
ridiculous amount of money.
So if I want you to do it for me, please do. So shall I come back another? Do I leave the car on you, or what is it best to? Not now, but I'll.
Yeah, we'd have to. You could still drive it with that ECU off. You can still drive the car.
So you could take it off now.
Not at the minute.
No, all right, no. If I come back, you can take it off. I've got the car.
Yeah.
I'll come back when it's done. You fit it for me, and we're
Yeah.
job done.
I'll
yeah?
say it's only. Pull this off. It's only 4 bolts.
But
and then
it
just
won't.
pull the
It's
pipes
not
out
going
the
to
way.
affect. Okay.
You're going to do a bit of jiggery pokery with this, have you?
No. If it's the original one, what's been repaired,
right.
you haven't got a program.
Right.
But what I would say is, if you get 5 minutes, if you lift that up, which pulls the connector off, underneath that, there's another little 2-pin connector. Take them off, spray them with contact cleaner, grease them, put them back on. Sometimes it could be, if the car hasn't been used, a bit of corrosion can be in there.
And spray it with some sort of.
Yeah, just put a WD-40 or any contact cleaner, then put some normal grease on.
So lift.
Yeah, you lift that up and it'll slide the connector off. Yeah, if you keep lifting it up.
And it goes that way.
Yeah, once it's off, just push it back down. And if you look at the bottom, can you see the 2 connector with the 2 wires? What was underneath it?
Yes.
Yeah, if you take that one off as well, grease it. Well,
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah, spray them, grease them, and then put them back on. Sometimes it can fix it.
Okay. I could do that now, couldn't I? Well, I could do it when I get back. Otherwise, then, if that doesn't work, for you to, when can I come back
To be honest with you, a bit swamped at the minute. It won't be next week, it'll be the week after.
And I've got, it's an MOT fail that needs an MOT, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's an MOT issue, isn't it? That?
Yeah, because
That
the
would
lights
be-
are on. Yeah.
And what about the gearbox overheating? Is that an
Attempts
MOT one?
to be honest, I would have a word with Pen Autos first, because they do a lot of gearboxes. They can go, it's not the sensor, it could be this or
Where's
this
Pen
way.
Autos?
Do you know the Pen Road?
Yeah.
If you come to the end of the Pen Road, you've got the big island, and then you've got the dual carriageway.
Yeah.
If you go to that island, come back on yourself, like you're coming back to Wolverhampton, there's some shops on your left.
Yeah.
Turn left into them.
Yeah.
At the end of the shops, you'll see like a gravel path.
I know them.
That's Pen Autos.
Okay. And there's your automatic gearboxes.
Yeah.
Billy, thank you very much for that. So I'll go and play around with that. So top of your head, if that isn't, and I can book it in with you, or I'll bring it in, you take the piece off,
Yeah.
have it done. What sort of money to do that, send it off, have it done and put it back together?
Labour will be about 60.
Yep.
And then it depends on the price of the parts. It's been a long time since we've sent one of
But
them
it
off.
might be £200 or something, or
Sorry?
it might be £200.
But
or...
yeah, probably say between 2 and 3, so to be on the safe side.
Okay.
But like I say, a new one will cost you probably about
But
£700,
you can so you can
£800.
take that off though, I can drive it, it's not going to make any difference
No,
to
no,
me.
no, well, mate,
Okay,
you just
alright.
have no ABS, which you haven't got anyway because the lights on.
Okay, so I'll just have to risk driving it a little bit without an MOT for the time
Yeah.
being. Okay, we'll go and see who's the guy at Pen Autos?
I can't remember his name.
Okay.
It's been a long, long time since I've been there. We usually just send the cars there.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll play around with it. It could be I phone you and say, Billy, you were spot on. The WD-40's worked and it's job done. If it hasn't in a few days, I'll phone you back and say, can you do it next week? Or I'll just bring it in, leave it with you. All you've got to do is send it off.
Okay.
Is that
yeah,
all
yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, we'll take it off and then you take the car back. And
Yeah.
Because usually a couple of days turnaround.
Super. Billy, thank you very much. I did say come before 12:30 because you could have your lunch.
Yeah, yeah.